If you're a Detroit Lions fan, then you know that there is a ton of hype surrounding wide receiver Jameson Williams and what he could be one day for the Detroit Lions. And I'm going to go through today in a shorter video, but I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons on why, I think that Jameson Williams is just starting to break out and just starting to, why I think he's going to be a star and why I think that you should believe that he's going to be a star. There's been a ton of hate on him and criticism throughout his whole career so far, which I don't get. So I'm going to put that to rest today, and we're going to start with reason number 1. Jameson Williams has been able to build a ton of confidence over these past few games. Like I said, he's starting to get used a little more comfortable in the system. But the biggest thing for him is just being able to build that confidence up. There's obviously, like I said, been a ton of criticism, haters, and, players, I bet a lot of people don't think this, but players do see this. I know that Jameson Williams has seen it. Ton of criticism from fans, and I never really understood it. I get the suspension thing, but the injury last year, you can't really do much about that and all. It's just the suspension was just a stupid rule to begin with. But he's building that confidence up. He's starting to make catches. He's trusting himself more. And not only that, but Jared Goff is starting to trust him more. And Jared Goff has said that verbally many times. So, after that last touchdown against the Bears, seeing them actually targeting him when the game is on the line, it just shows that he's just getting more and more reps. And he's getting more and more comfortable with the system. And he's building that confidence, and that's all he really needs to do. Once he gets that confidence up, he's going to be unstoppable. Reason number 2 is a little bit of a long one, but getting comfortable within the system, like I already mentioned, and then also using him in many different ways. So Jameson Williams is not just a guy that you can just, run on a fly route and just chuck it to, even though you can do that. That's not really what he's meant for, right? There's so many different ways you can use him. And I like using him on the fly routes, maybe 2-3 times a game. They did it against the Bears. They did it plenty of times this season already. You can also give him those pitch sweeps. You saw him do it last year against the Bears, which will be coming up here in this highlight in a second. He can be used in so many different ways. You don't just have to throw him on fly routes. You can use slants. You can do comeback routes. I don't know if you guys saw the game against Tampa Bay where he was just running full speed downfield. All of a sudden he stops on a dime and he had 10 yards of separation, and Jared Goff underthrew him by about 5 yards. But there's so many different ways you can use this guy. And again, getting comfortable in the system, learning the plays, getting the connection with Jared Goff is one of the most important things in my opinion, because they don't really seem to have that yet. I think Jared Goff, I was underthrowing him on about 9 out of 10 passes on average. So getting more comfortable will help him. And now the final reason number 3, which I didn't even include things like route running and speed, which would definitely be 4 and 5, because I think route running wise, he's one of the best in the league for sure. And speed, yeah, he's number 2 in the NFL, at least according to Madden and NFL rankings. He's number 2 in speed, just behind Tyreek Hill. So second fastest player, one of the best route runners. He's insane at that too. I didn't even include that because that's just kind of a thing that I think everyone knows he's good at. You go watch his Bama highlights, even his Detroit Lions, short highlights. In the time that he's been in the NFL and the time he was in college, you can see what he's got in him. But looking at number 3, this kid, man, he is one of the nicest, most genuine people. I know people like to sit there and say, oh, he's a thug and all this. You know what? I mean, just because, he talks like that, it has nothing to do with who he is. He's a nice guy, and I think everyone knows this. If you don't think he's a nice guy, then go screw yourself, because he's a great guy, hard worker. He's always, if you watch him, anytime he doesn't have the ball, it doesn't matter. He's running downfield to block for David Montgomery. You saw it in the Chargers game. You saw it in the Panthers game. He's throwing out blocks. He's making plays outside, not even with the ball in his hands. You see, I don't know if you guys follow any Detroit Lions social medias, but after games when they do they'll give the player, let's think of the Bears game that did it. They scored a touchdown, so they show him a video of it, and then the player watches over it. So they did it to Jameson Williams after the Bucs touchdown and after the Bears touchdown, and every time he's excited. You can tell he's just one of these guys that he likes the spotlight. He likes the attention. He knows that he is a star. And he likes to, like I said, he likes the attention. He wants to be the best he can be. So when he gets touchdowns and he's making plays, he's getting excited. He's getting riled up. You saw after the David Montgomery block, he was all excited, getting pumped up for his teammate. Absolutely love it. He's hardworking. He's dedicated. Like I was talking about those videos. After the videos, he's always out there giving his teammate, Jared Goff. He's like, what a throw for my boy Goff. Jared Goff has never thrown a nice pass to him except maybe once or twice in his career. So, and I think that was after the Bucs game that he said that, which that pass actually, it was a terrible pass, but at the same time, it ended up being placed perfectly for Jameson Williams. So I guess I can see why he said that. But man, I mean, once Jared Goff and Jameson Williams are able to develop that connection, they can get the timing right. I think it's over for the league. I think this is the number one offense in the NFL you're looking at by next season. I think it's already top 3. We already have the best run game, but Jameson Williams, it's only a matter of time before this dude has that big breakout game. I'm hoping it's going to be tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I'm thinking it probably will be, but a ton of excitement, ton of hype around Jameson Williams. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. When do you think Jameson Williams' breakout game will be? And how do you think he's going to do next season and the rest of this season? Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think of Jameson Williams and the hype around him. And I will see you guys in the next video.